Hi, this is Amy Lippmann at Health Coach VA, and today I'm going to show you how to set up what MailChimp calls a campaign. I also call that a broadcast. Each email system has their own language of how they call things, but basically a campaign or a broadcast is an email that you can set up to go out to a particular list on a particular date and time. So a couple of examples of how you would use a campaign. One would be to send out a newsletter to your list, where you send that out every Tuesday. Another example of a campaign would be promotional emails to your list, or to all of your lists if you have multiple lists, where you might have a series of emails that goes out on specific days over a period of a week or two. And then a third way that you would use a campaign is if you're running a program like a cleanse or a detox and you want to send emails out to your participants throughout the program. So I'm going to show you how to set that up. So the first thing you have to do is you have to make sure, if you're new to having an email marketing system, you have to make sure that you have a list. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go over here to the left to lists. And I'm just going to go ahead and create a new list by clicking up here in the upper right. And we are going to create a list. So we're going to call this list Cleanse Summer 2013. And we're going to say it's from me. Set up the reply to email to be my email. And you don't actually need this default subject. You need to enter something that reminds people of how they got on your list. So you might write something like, you joined this list when you signed up for my summer cleanse. Something simple like that. And then we are going to just go ahead and save that. Okay, so now I have this list set up. Now, you need to have at least one person on the list in order to actually go ahead and schedule the campaign or the broadcast or to send a test to yourself. So let's go ahead and just add, and what you can do when you create new lists is just add yourself. So I'm going to add myself as a member of this list. I'm going to check off that this person gave me permission to be added, and I'm going to click subscribe. Okay, so it tells me that the person's been added. I've been added to the list. Great. Okay, so now we can get on to actually creating the campaign or the broadcast. So we're going to click over here on the left on campaigns, and we are going to create a campaign. So click over in the upper right to create campaign, and you're going to select which list you want the campaign to go to. So I'm going to select the Cleanse Summer 2013 and send to the entire list. That's the list we just created, and go ahead and click next. And it's really user-friendly. MailChimp really walks you through everything. So we're going to name this campaign just for your purposes so you know what was this email. So you might write Summer Cleanse Program Email Day 1. So let's say you're going to send out an email on the first day of the cleanse. From your name, your reply to email address, and then you're going to enter the subject. So let's say something like ready to get started. It's day 1 of your cleanse. Okay. And then what MailChimp recommends is when the email gets sent out that in the to field it has the person's name, their first name and their last name. So if you click right here where it says merge tags, you will see it has the different merge tags. You can just copy from there and enter first. So that means it's going to show up, the to field is going to show their first name and their last name, which is how it would normally appear, Amy Lippmann. Okay, so now we're going to just go ahead and skip these sections down here and click next. And here's where you get to pick what you want your email to look like. And I personally like a really simple style, so I'm going to show you how to access the simplest style. So you're going to go over here to Basic, select that, and if you scroll down, you will see a simple text here. So select that. You can pick whatever you like. I personally like that. And I'm going to go ahead and remove this primary heading. So I'm literally just copying it and deleting it. And I'm going to save that. Okay. So, oops. I don't actually want to add a header graphic, but I just click to actually enter my content. So you might be copying and pasting from a Word document, but I'm just going to show you here. So you might put hi and then have their first name show up. You're going to go to Merge Tags up here and select first name, and that very nicely just inserts the merge tag so that now when the email goes out, it's going to say hi and whatever their first name is. And here you can put whatever you want. Welcome to your cleanse, you know, what you can expect. And obviously you're going to have more text than this. And type whatever you want or copy and paste whatever you want, and then do your little sign off. And now you can play around with the fonts. So I like to use something simple like Arial. So now we've got Arial. You can change the size of the font here. 12 point, that's 12 point. You can do 14 point, which is a little bit bigger. You can bold, just highlight what you want, and then over here in the toolbar you can click bold. Okay, so now I'm just going to go ahead and save this. And I'm going to go to next. And now you have to create a plain text message in case your recipients can't display HTML. You can click this button, copy text from HTML email, and it will do that for you. And then you just click next again. And it says I'm all set to send. And so it's a little checklist to make sure that everything's the way that I want it. So it's telling me what list it's going to go to, what the subject line is, where replies will go to, and then some other pieces here that we don't really need to worry about right now. Okay, so now you have a couple of choices. In the upper right-hand corner is a preview and test. So you can open up a pop-up preview to see what the email looks like. This is what the email looks like. You can also send a test. I always recommend you send yourself a test. So you would just put your email here and click send a test. Okay, and you can send tests to other people as well. And then once it looks good to you, you might need to go back and do some editing if the formatting doesn't look right. But once it looks good to you, you have two choices in the bottom right. You can either schedule, that's often how I do things in advance, and I schedule them. So let's say you've set this up in advance and you know you want it to go out on August 1st. You want it to go out at 9 a.m. first thing in the morning, Eastern time. Okay, and then you can click here to schedule the campaign. The other option was actually I'm going to cancel that because the other option down here was to send now. So if you click that button, it will just go ahead and send the email right away. So that's it. That's how you create a campaign or a broadcast in MailChimp. I hope you found this helpful, and I will talk to you soon. Take care.